Live from the Hoover Metropolitan Complex in Hoover, Alabama, Drum & Company Friday Night Rivals presented by Tamron Hyundai Hoover as the Buccaneers host the Thompson Warriors in a key 7A Region 3 matchup. Hello, everybody. I'm James Ray, and along with RJ. And RJ, this is a situation where normally this is where home runs and SEC championships have been hoisted up. But tonight, this may be a battle to see who can win this region.
Yeah, for Thompson, we know what they're doing. They're playing very well, so it's important that they come out and play their game and do what they're supposed to do. But for Hoover, tonight they have to come out and leave it all on the field. They have good coaches, they have great players, but tonight is where you come out and just dominate and leave everything on the field and play hard. Tonight,
let's go to our Tamron Hyundai Hoover keys to the game, and this is a situation where Thompson has been red hot, but Hoover has been a little bit hotter. They're on a win streak.
Yeah, for Hoover, it's important that you start fast on offense, and it's important that you must create pressure on defense. But for Thompson, it's important that you continue to play your style of football, but you also want to be aware of Jonah Winston because he is an explosive wide receiver for this Hoover offense.
Tamron Hyundai Hoover, you're going to love the way we treat you. Stay tuned. When we come back, it'll be Warriors Buccaneers to see who will be supreme in Class 7A. Thompson, Hoover, coin toss and kickoff coming up next. And the Marines were out there to flip the coin. And it was Thompson who won. And they have decided to defer. And remember, shops of Grand River save even more at Birmingham's only outlet center. Let's go down to Austin Pratt, who is fieldside. Thompson?
Austin. Hey, guys, you can really feel the energy in the stadium here tonight. You can see the guys behind me here in the Hoover student section already getting amped up about this game. We're actually interested to see what they have to say. So our first question for you here, who's going to win the game tonight?
One last ride, no doubt in my mind. Who's going to win a football game?
Why is that? What makes Hoover the favorite here?
We're going to win because we're the best team in the nation. Let's go, baby.
Hey, you, sir, what do you got for the final score tonight?
I got 52-0, baby.
Should be a good game tonight. Did talk to both coaches. They talked about the class in this matchup, and they're just looking forward to playing some ball on a Friday night. Guys.
And RJ, this is more than just a Friday night game. You're playing under the lights here at the Hoover Metropolitan. They had a light show. They had a blazing open for the Hoover football team. This is serious big-time football.
Yes, tonight is where you come handle business. I mean, it's a nice venue. Both teams are pumped. The fans are pumped. And obviously, the student section is pumped.
Mark Freeman, the head coach for Thompson in his 11th season at Thompson High School. He has had a dynamic career with the Warriors, transforming them to a, someone would say, an also-ran into a national power. And Chip English, in his first full season, we see him walking by over there on the left without the hat on. And he's just trying to get everybody together because he knows that this will be the first real litmus test of his reign because last year he was the interim coach.
Yeah, he knows what tonight will bring, and hopefully his team is prepared for the challenge tonight, and we're going to see it as soon as they get ready to start the game.
All right, Ethan Black will handle the kickoff for the Warriors. And, of course, as we've done all season, this is the Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff, and Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union, where you belong. And we see number 4, Jonah Winston. And it is time to get this party started. The Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff, and we are underway. It is returnable, bobbled a little bit, taken now at the 14-yard line. And here comes Hunter Purdue. Hunter has some room. He gets close to midfield before he's knocked out of bounds. And great field position, good return by Purdue.
Yeah, way to start the game right there on a fast, good return right there. He got great speed, got power, and he just ran behind his blockers, and that was a really great field position to start the game right here.
Good run by Purdue. Speed is definitely a premium in this game. Got a lot of fast guys that'll be playing on the field tonight. Caleb Freeman coming into tonight's game as the signal caller. only has 4 interceptions thrown all year, 11 touchdowns for the junior quarterback for the Buccaneers. And they start off in Thompson territory. Going to keep it. Trying to find some room to run, but he's able to gain about 7 or 8 yards before he's pushed out of bounds by Riley Bryant.
Well, he was very patient right there. It looked like he wanted to go deep down the field, but at the same time, he took what was given to him.
Let's take a look at the People's Bank of Alabama starting lineup for the Hoover Bucks.
Yeah, they're led by Caleb Freeman, the quarterback, number 7, number 3, Junior Mosley. They also have an explosive receiver in Jonah Winston. They also have 73, Tyler Collins, and 75, Rocco Rossi at right tackle.
2nd down and 1 for Hoover. Going to keep it on the ground. They have enough room for the 1st down and a little bit more. C.J. Cowley there with the 1st down. They'll move the chains down to about the 27-yard line.
It's going to be key all night for this team. They have to run behind their offensive lineman.
Let's take a look at the defense for Thompson, which is very stout.
Yeah, number 13, Wesley Grover's defensive end. They also have 6, Kevin Davis, a linebacker, number 8, Allo Perry, and they also have 4 at cornerback.
Keeping it at a high pace, 5 wide receivers now. Freeman going to throw it, and just behind his intended receiver, Jeremiah Tabb. So far, that's the first negative play we've seen from Hoover.
Yeah, I mean, he was very patient right there. That ball kind of got bobbled a little bit, but was a great catch and just couldn't connect with the throw.
Now looking at 2nd down and 10. The ball at the 27-yard line of Thompson. Buccaneers with great field position after that Hunter Purdue kickoff return. Movement on the line, and now they're doing a little bit of that Mountain Brook Vestavia Hill shift.
Yes, we've seen that a few times this year, so they have to just be disciplined and watch the ball on a shift like that.
Let's see what the official call will be. False start on the offense.
Wow.
So that pushes them back 5. Now it's 2nd down and 15. And now you see Chip English. He is giving it to the coach, to the referee closest to him. And that's, as a coach, that's what you need to do. You got to speak up for your players. 2nd and 15. They've got 2 backs in the backfield now. Now they're going to send Winston in motion, and wow, what a hit, a massive hit. And that's what you want to see from Allo Perry.
Yeah, Allo Perry came downhill. Once he came downhill, he saw the ball, got off his blocks, and he delivered a powerful hit right there. Boom, knocked him off his feet, and that's what you want to see in a linebacker like that. Somebody get off the ball and make an explosive tackle.
Perry is 6'1", 215. Ideal size for a linebacker in high school. 3rd down and 10, but they were able to get some of those negative yards back. Keeping it on the ground, and now surging is J.R. Mosley. And Mosley says, you may hit me once, but you're not going to hit me again before I get to the 1st down.
Yeah, he was definitely not denied. I mean, young man was tough. He ran downhill, was physical, and like you said, he refused to be denied. That one hit right there didn't stop him. You look at the replay right here, took it, ran to the inside. I mean, he got tackled one time, but he didn't go down. But that second tackle, he just finally went to the ground.
So now they're in the Window World red zone. Remember to enhance your home. Window World of Central Alabama. They redefine durability, performance, and value, setting a new standard in how you live and work in Central Alabama. Ball at the 17-yard line. Freeman trying to make a call on the line. Going to send Clark in motion. Now they're going to hand it off. Nice inside run again. And that's C.J. Cowley, and he slides to get inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, they're starting their identity tonight. I mean, they've been running the ball. They run it behind their offensive lineman. These guys are being physical. They're just trying to get all the positive yards they can get. And it looks like the referee right there in the way, but he still got some positive yards on that drive.
Remember, he's a part of the field.
Yeah.
Keeping it on the ground of the Buccaneers. Trying to find some room. Cowley spins out of it. Tries to find the end zone. Does he? Yes, put 6 on the board. C.J. Cowley is in. A City of Bessemer touchdown. Wow, what a run and what a play. And remember, City of Bessemer, they're the Marvel City with growing jobs, affordable housing, strong schools. Bessemer, Alabama, opportunity lives here, and college took advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah, nice run by CJ right there. He wanted to go inside, see him close up. He bounced out and spinned out, and he went to the outside, and he eventually found the end zone right there. What a great run by CJ right there.
Kick is up for the point after attempt, and it is good. And you can see how fired up this team is. They're on a 4-game win streak, and a lot of that is done to their offense that's been riding high. Stay tuned. We'll see what the Warriors do to answer. Children of Alabama Smile Cam and the Hoover student body, they're smiling right now because their team has a 7-0 lead. And remember, Children of Alabama, all for your one. And those young men right there, that's somebody's one. And C.J. Cowley gets the first touchdown of tonight's game. And Bryant on to handle the kicking for the Bucks. Time now for another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And he kicks a line drive, and it goes off of the hands of the returner into the end zone for a touchback, and little miscommunication there. And it looked like Eli King just wanted to try to snatch it or just bat it down.
Yeah, he was, I mean, you can tell there was something right there, but it's a good thing that the ball, once he bobbled it, it went back into the back of the end zone.
That was a line soccer shot. And here comes Trent Seaborn, the junior quarterback for the Thompson Warriors. Over 2,000 yards passing, 21 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. This young man has been playing at the varsity level since the 8th grade. 4 wide receivers now for Thompson. Flare pass, and it's an incompleted pass intended for R.J. Evans, but good push by the defense for Hoover.
Yeah, that was a really good start right there. I mean, he wanted to flare screen out the backfield, but it didn't work.
Let's take a look at the People's Bank of Alabama starting offense for Thompson.
Yeah, they're also obviously led by Trent Seaborn, the quarterback. Number 3, Darian Mosley, a wide receiver. 75, Jared Fikes at tackle. 78, Tommy Williams at guard. And 63, Middle East.
Inheim goes in motion. Now they're going to keep it on the ground. And this is a nice run by Uraja Casey. And Casey turns all the negatives into a positive, a big gain for Thompson. And they dig themselves out of the hole. They're out to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, good outside zone right there. He took what was given to him. He obviously, and he had speed too. Once he got past the first and second level, he got speed, and he was just continuing to run.
Talking with Coach, he says that his running backs are interchangeable. He does not have to have special packages depending on who's in the game. They're free to call what they want, and that shows the versatility from this group. Another hard run, and that's K.J. Jackson on the carry. As I said,
yeah,
interchangeable parts. You don't know which running back's going to be back there, but they're all running hard. And that's good tackle by Joe Johnson, and you take a look at the Hoover defense, People's Bank of Alabama.
Yeah, led right there by Justin Harley, the defensive end. Number 7, Javon Pullman, the defensive end. You also have 22, Jackson Lassiter at linebacker. Number 2, Jordan Williams at cornerback. And number 3, Anquan Allen at cornerback.
Once again, keeping it on the ground. They do have a hole, and Jackson has enough for another first down, and they'll move the chains down to the 40-yard line of Hoover.
Yeah, these running backs they're doing a great job of being physical and following their offensive line, but at the same time, once they get past that first level, they're doing a good job of just having speed and burst, and they're almost getting first downs, or if not first downs, every play.
Ball now at the 40-yard line. Still has a back in the backfield. Sending Kimbrough in motion now to the far side, keeping it on the ground with a little misdirection. And here comes Casey Casey, once again, has enough for a first down. They'll move the chains again. Another 10-yard run for Arijah.
Yeah, to your point, like you said, they have interchangeable running backs, and it's showing you don't know which running back is going to get the ball, don't know which running back is going to get the carry, but you have to be prepared because right now, these running backs, they're just being undeniable, and they're getting everything.
Could have been a face mask on that one. So now 1st and 10, right inside the 30-yard line at the 29. Mosley goes in motion once again. Carry on the Casey on the run, and he's able to get another first down inside the 20. Now they're in the Window World red zone, and Arijah Casey only came in with 263 yards, but now, he just keeps eating up, gobbling up yards.
Yeah, he's doing everything a great running back does. Every time he's touching the ball, he's just getting a lot of yards.
Now R.J. Evans in at the running back position for the Warriors. Lewis going in motion, now cutting back. They're going to give it. Oh, no, Seaborn's going to keep it. And, yes, he can run, and Trent Seaborn is in for the touchdown, a 13-yard touchdown run, another City of Bessemer touchdown, and he just stoic there with his touchdown celebration.
Yeah, you seen right there, nothing too spectacular, but he was just very calm in his celebration. Looked like he was going to give it to the running back, but he pulled it, and as soon as he pulled it, kind of confused the defense, got the defense in, and he just ran it in on for a touchdown.
What people don't realize, talking to Coach Thompson, he said that people still think of him as that little 8th and 9th grade kid, but now he's 6'1", about 200 pounds.
It's a touchdown. Personal foul. That'll be penalized on the kickoff.
So there was a personal foul after the touchdown, and you can see Seaborn making sure that he can congratulate his teammates for helping him get in the end zone. Now Ethan Black on for the point after attempt. And it's good. 6:22 left here in the opening quarter, and Seaborn and the Warriors said, you know what, we can play fast and score fast too.
Yeah, and obviously they showed it. They got the ball, and it's like every time they touch the ball, every time a different running back got the ball, they got first downs. They starting off fast, so that's a great sign for Thompson and his quarterback. You see the play right here. He almost gave it to the running back, but he pulled it. As soon as he pulled it, he kind of faked the defense, and nobody touched him. And you see right there in that celebration, he just kind of smooth with it.
Very smooth, and just, the technology here in the Hoover Met tonight. If you're not a technology person, you may be sick. If you are a technology person, you're loving it because they're looking at monitors, and you see all the fans right there cheering them on. Look at the little fans right there.
Just technology everywhere, right?
Yeah. Now, hopefully there are no electronic pom-poms coming out. I may leave the building once that happens. But you see, he's reviewing the tape. He's taking a look at it like, hey, guys, yeah, we did good. Power of technology.
Yes.
So now Ethan Black, the junior kicker, will kick it back off. And remember, back deep is Hunter Purdue and, of course, Jonah Winston, who is a Florida State commit. Another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And this one goes into the back of the end zone for a touchback. Or I should say into the right field wall. Yes.
Right.
So now we'll have our second drive by Caleb Freeman. This young man transferred in from Pleasant Grove. He had a spectacular career there, transferred here, and has really picked up where he left off at Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, it don't seem like he's missed a beat. And the thing about that, too, he's also familiar with his offensive coordinator. So that makes a difference, too, when you're familiar with your offensive coordinator and you kind of have some chemistry there.
His offensive coordinator was his head coach at Pleasant Grove. 4 wide receiver set now. Ward goes in motion. Now they're going to try to throw it, but now Freeman's going to keep it. And this time he's going to get hit a little bit short of the first, but able to get about 6 yards on that carry.
You can tell he wanted to go downfield, but at the same time, he didn't just make a risky throw right there. He kind of just tucked it and run and see what he can get on that drive right there.
6'2", 190 junior. 111 completions out of 166 attempts. 5 wide receivers again. This time Mosley will go in motion. And looks like we got a little stoppage of play.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Second false start of the game for Hoover. So now it's second down and about 8 yards to go for the first, rather than second and 3. Mosley in the backfield now, and now they're shifting. A lot of movement going on. And they're going to give it. And this time not a lot moving there, as the initial hit was Peter Ramil to make that tackle.
Yeah, one thing about this Thompson front, they have a very physical front, and these guys right here, they're very physical. They're going to get off the blocks, and they're going to make a tackle, and they do a good job of finding the football, too. That's what makes Thompson's front so unique.
Third down. Freeman now getting some pressure, trying to avoid getting a sack, and he throws it, reception made, and here comes Winston. Jonah Winston, he's off to the races, has one man to beat, and he can't beat the last defender, Eli King, who makes a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before the Buccaneers get a first.
Yeah, that play right there started off a little shaky right there, but once the quarterback Freeman found his receiver, Jonah Winston, he turned that into an explosive play, and that's what Jonah Winston is known for. He's known for his explosiveness, and once he gets the ball, he will make great plays, as you can just see on this last play right here.
The little brother of Heisman Trophy winner and NFL quarterback Jameis Winston, but he has making his own mark here in the high school ranks in Alabama. Window World Red Zone now at the 19-yard line. Keeping it on the ground. Ramil once again leading the way to try to make that tackle. Along with big number 1. That's Noah Streeter. So now second down and 10 for the Buccaneers. Freeman throws a bullet and incomplete. The closest person was one of the defenders, and that was Terry Robinson. So now looking at 3rd and 10, getting close to the decision time for Coach English and the Buccaneers. Now this play, do you want to try to get it in the middle of the field so you can get a field goal, or are you still trying to punch and try to get close and get a first down?
I think you just try to get to the ball towards the middle of the field. It just depends on what the defense gives you right here on this drive.
All right, so now they're going to call a timeout. 3:32 left here in the opening quarter. Now the Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. And remember, are you prepared to help a person who is having an overdose? You can help them anywhere and anytime. Do you know the signs of an overdose? Learn how you can save a life. Download the OPI Rescue AL app using the Apple Store or the Google Store. And that's brought to you by the Jefferson County Department of Health. So now if you're at Thompson at this point defensively, on 3rd down, should they bring the house and try to blitz Freeman?
Well, I don't think you bring the house, but at the same time, you need to be smart right here. For one, you need to watch the ball, but at the same time, you can just try to get everybody. The main thing is trying to make a good play right here.
Now, if you're Hoover at this point, you've got the near side of the field wide open. It's wide.
Yeah,
do you try to run somebody wide to see if they can create something in space?
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. If I was Hoover, I would try to get to the outside of the field because, I mean, it's wide open and nobody is expecting you to run on the outside. So I would try to run to the outside.
All right, we've got Freeman on the side. So it looks like Jonah Winston will be more of the Wildcat quarterback position. He is in that slot right now as the timeout ends. Direct snap to Winston. He's going to look to throw. He can't find anybody. Now throwing into the back of the end zone. Incomplete. But there is some laundry on the field. So holding, and it looks like it was one of the tackles.
Yeah, you can see right there, number 13, holding the defensive lineman, number 13.
Now, when you were at Alabama, did they teach you how to sell that when somebody's holding you when you're playing defensive line?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And it's a way you're supposed to sell it, too. So the referees, they're able to tell, like, I'm trying to get away, but and you kind of also have to exaggerate it, too. So
37-yard field goal now for James Bryant. Kick is up, and it's good. Great job by James Bryant. And so far, the Hoover Buccaneers have come out red hot. Got everybody smiling because they have a 3-point lead against their rivals, the Thompson Warriors. Stay tuned. Mark Freeman, cautiously optimistic his team will have what it takes to get back into this one. They only trail by 3 after the James Bryant field goal eliminated a 7-all tie in favor of the Buccaneers now, as we have 3 minutes and 19 seconds left here in the opening quarter. James Verrett along with R.J. Burns, and we've got Austin Pratt roaming the sidelines. So now it's another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. James Bryant, the senior kicker. He kicked it into the back of the end zone on a bullet last time. Let's see if that works again. This is a line shot, and it'll go into the end zone for another touchback. Especially with the rules today, you don't have to kick it high. You just need to kick it long.
Yeah, just kick it long. And I mean, as long as you make it to the end zone. And this guy right here, he has a strong leg. So this is the second time we've seen him kick it that far to the end zone. So we see what he can do, obviously.
Trent Seaborn now with his second series. He's already run one in, 13 yards for the touchdown. So now starting from their own 20 for the second time in tonight's ball game. Keeping it on the ground is Casey. And Casey now, rather than getting 10 yards of carry, they sort of tightened it up a little bit, and he got 3 yards on that one.
Well, this defensive line, they probably know they seen the first series, and they probably said, okay, guys, we got to tighten it right here. So hopefully that was a sign of what they're going to continue to do from here on out.
They'll give him 4 on that to make it 2nd down and 6. Keeping it on the ground, Arija. This time he's tackled for a loss. And that was a good tackle made by the Buccaneers behind the line.
Yeah, Trey Sanders was all over there. He seen it right there, got off the block, and he flew downhill and made the tackle. And that was a great way to come downhill and make the tackle.
So now 3rd down and 7. Seaborn going to go long, trying to find a receiver, and we've got some pushing and shoving going on between Kimbrough and the defensive back covering him. And that was just, I think, a lifesaver there. Jackson Lassiter was the corner on the cover.
Yeah, you can see right here, Seaborn, I mean, there was good protection, and he just threw the ball. And one thing about the defensive end, I don't think he ever turned his head either. So that kind of sold the pass interference right there, along with the pushing and shoving.
Now, Lassiter is listed as a star back, more of a hybrid linebacker and defensive back. So Seaborn was looking for the mismatch.
Yes, he definitely was.
So now they get the automatic first down. Now they're out to the 37-yard line. Once again, keeping it on the ground are the Warriors. And Casey again on the carry. Check that, R.J. Evans on the carry. And once again, a short gain rather than a long gain. Second down and 6. Freeman just trying to point out where they have an opening. Seaborn going to throw long. And once again, good coverage there by Lassiter. Intended receiver was Kimbrough.
Yeah, Seaborn, as you can tell, I mean, he's still looking for that mismatch right there. And one thing about this offensive lineman, they're doing a great job of protecting him. And Seaborn, he knows where he wants to go with the football. He just has to have the time.
Third down, and they'll officially call it 6. Ball at the 42-yard line. KJ Jackson in the backfield for the Warriors, along with Seaborn at quarterback. Seaborn with some time, getting some pressure on the backside. He feels it, gets enough of the first down, and gets upended, but not before he moves into Buccaneer territory. That was a touchdown-saving tackle by Caden Smith.
Yeah, Seaborn, I mean, was a good run right there. It looked like he wanted to do something, but he was very patient and wanted to throw it, but nothing was open, so he just took off and got enough positive yards right there for the first down by Seaborn.
Now movement along that defensive front by the Buccaneers, which will give them free 5 yards for Thompson. So now we'll have 1st and 5 inside the 40 at the 35. And that was Joe Johnson coming to the side. He may either need a breather or like, oops, it was my fault. Seaborn trying to make the call for the play. As you can hear, the bands for both teams really bringing it. Casey in the backfield. Going to throw a bullet. Has a wide open receiver in Mosley, and Mosley is in for the score. Darren Mosley, second touchdown of the day for Thompson, and just like that, they're back on the scoreboard. Another City of Bessemer touchdown.
It was a beautiful throw, beautiful catch. And Seaborn, I mean, he had all day in the backfield. His offensive lineman did a great job protecting him, and just a good, well-executed play for the touchdown.
Ethan Black on for the point after attempt. Kick is up and it's good. Now, normally in this rivalry, some people say it'd be a defensive struggle. Now it looks like everybody's hitting home runs here in the Hoover Met. And you see the ACT coach's call. You think this is the right call?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a good call right there. I mean, you seen the route was wide open right there, and they didn't only not only they catch the ball, but they executed it very well. So it was a well drawn play by the coaches over there for Thompson's offensive staff.
And the ACT equipment, remember, they sell and trade riding lawnmowers, equipment, tractors, compact construction equipment. Also, Branson subcompacts through 130-pound tractors, Gatorade trailers, and multiple equipment implements and companies. ACT equipment. So now Jonah Winston is back deep. They tried him in the Wildcat. That pass did not work well, but in the return game, he is very dangerous.
Yeah, he's very explosive, and we look to see what he can do right here on this kickoff return. And one thing about him, he's very versatile, so we're going to see what he can do right here on this next offensive drive. 19
seconds here in the opening quarter. We've already seen 24 points between the two teams. Some people would call it the rematch of the century. These two teams have been the teams of the century, with Hoover leading the way early, and it's been Thompson in the last 10 years dominating Class 7A. Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff coming from Ethan Black, but we do have a whistle to stop play. Flag on the play all the way back where it was kicked off.
free kick infraction on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty, free kick.
So somebody must have left early.
Is where to get.
And you see Coach Freeman, he's even talking to the guys that's scoring. They're trying to make some adjustments to see if they can score even easier than that.
Oh.
Hey, this be special back here, dog. This be special back here, dog.
So now moving back 5 yards, will be kicking from his 35 is Ethan Black. All right, once again, another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And he kicks this one, but it is returnable from about the 5-yard line. Here comes Purdue, and Purdue speeds his way and gets knocked down at about the 23-yard line. Good coverage there by the defense and good tackle made there by Mason Robinson.
Yeah, Mason Robinson got down there and made the tackle. That's what you want to see in special teams right there. Special teams is a big important part of the game, so you want to make sure you cover and get down there and make tackles like that.
13 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Caleb Freeman and company back out there. They've been able to move the ball. Last series had to settle for a field goal, but now they trail by 4. Mosley in the backfield along with Freeman. Freeman is tripped up and he's brought down, and it looks like getting credit for the sack will be Ami Malola, but I'm not sure if he gets credit for that because I think he just slipped down.
Yeah, he just like he's tripped on his own self right there, but.
And Mr. Amy Mola, he is 6'2", 350. That's a big guy.
Yeah, that's a big dog right there in the middle.
Salvatore's Pizza Break, and remember they have 4 locations. You mentioned Friday Night Rivals, get 10% off of your order. It is Thompson up by 4, second quarter coming up. Thompson fans made sure they brought their own signage here at the famous Metropolitan Complex here in Hoover. Knock out the Bucks. That's a traditional sign. We haven't gotten to that point yet in technology where you can just roll out an electronic sign, but that's pretty good. Our Fortis Institute drive summary. 6 plays, 80 yards, 3 minutes taken up, and that was a Mosley 35-yard touchdown reception for Thompson. Remember, Fortis Institute, Fortis, your life powered by learning. Oh, high snap going into the back of the end zone and goes out for a safety. Good call by Freeman not to try to pick it up because it could have been a touchdown. So now the Warriors get a free 2 points, and let's see what happened here.
Yeah, he wasn't even ready. It looked like he was calling for the motion, but, man, you just don't want to have plays like that. But very smart by him just kick the ball out of bounds, and a good way to be aware. But you just can't start a drive like that.
And that's just not what you want to see from your center, and I know he wants to have that one back, and I know he will. But remember, our last game, it was for Hueytown.
Yes.
They had a bad snap, and then all of a sudden their fortunes changed.
They turned around.
Trail by 13, and they end up winning the game. So let's see if the fortunes work well for Chip English and the Hoover Buccaneers. They'll have to do a free kick now.
Yeah.
As they got the safety. So now they're trying to make sure they have all their personnel aligned for this free kick. And that's Trey Knight coming out there for Thompson. And they most likely will have a semblance of their hands team because they're not sure where this ball is going to be kicked, if it's going to be a kickoff or just a punt. So it's their option, and they have decided they want to do a kick rather than a punt. And here comes James Bryant with the Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union free kick. There we go. From the 20, and he kicks this one, but it's returnable. caught inside the 20 and now trying to make a move and just takes it out to about the 34-yard line.
Yeah, good kickoff coverage right there. They found the ball. They got down there and made the tackle, but looks like there could be some laundry right there in the play, James.
Yes. Laundry on the Hoover Met field. Let's see what the call is.
Turn, holding on the receiving. 10-yard. First down.
And that's not what you want to do if you're Thompson, especially on a free kick. You know, this is the bonus.
Yeah, you had to take advantage of those type of plays right there.
You don't want to take away on the bonus. So now starting from their own 25 is Trent Seaborn and the Warriors of Thompson. They're going to have 3 wide receivers here on the near side, close to the right field line if we were playing in baseball. Seaborn, pitch and catch. Nice reception there by Mosley. Mosley already has a touchdown. He's able to get out beyond the 30, and he's about 3 yards short of the first.
Yeah, that was a good pass right there, but it's also a great catch by the receiver. And he did a good job of creating space and creating the juke move right there. As you can see right here, Seaborn taking the snap, looking downfield. Looked like he threw a check down right there, but at the same time, he made a move and was able to get off the first defender.
2nd down and 2 for Thompson. Seaborn with some time. Can't find anybody initially. Now finds a safety valve, but right behind K.J. Jackson, and that's incomplete.
Defensive front did a good job of creating pressure on Seaborn right there. Looked like play action. Looking downfield, he looked like he wanted to go somewhere. Then he just bounces out, rolled to the right. But he eventually just threw the ball right there to the receiver. But receiver wasn't in position to catch the ball.
3rd down and 2. 11:30 left here in the opening half. 2 wide receivers bunched together on the far side. They're going to keep it on the ground, and they may have been forced into a 4th down situation with Jackson on the carry. I checked that. That was R.J. Evans on the carry. So now it's 4th and short. Decision time. I think it is time for an act equipment coach call. What do you think?
Yeah,
go for it or punt it?
That was 4th and short. You just go for it right here. Try to get 2 yards.
Trying to draw the Buccaneers offside. That doesn't work initially. And now timeout is called, 4th and 1. Coach Freeman wants to try to talk it over.
Timeout.
Another Jefferson
Thompson.
County Department of Health timeout.
Half.
And remember, overdoses can happen anytime and anywhere. Do you know the signs of an overdose? Learn how you can save a life. Download the OPI Rescue AL app from the Apple Store or your Google Store. That is OPI Rescue AL app. So now a crucial 4th and 1 for Thompson to try to keep this drive alive. And coach is trying to let everybody know what their responsibility is on this 4th and 1. RJ, what do you think the coach's call should be?
Well, I think the coach's call should be, if I was a coach, I would try to, it's only 2 yards, I would line up, maybe get their version of the tush push, but at the same time, for the defense, you got to be smart right here and don't fall for the hard count if they try to get you one for Hoover right here.
What is the next evolution for the tush push? Are we going to see a big offensive lineman go into Wildcat and take a direct snap and just say, try
to stop me? You never know.
All right, they run out the punt team. Ethan Black is back. And they're going for a quick punt, and they do punt it away on 4th and 1. Fair catch called. And the reception made. So now they'll turn it over, and it'll be Hoover football. And wait a minute now, he's getting out of his jersey. Now I have it. Oh, wait a minute. Wow. He's got 2 jerseys. Okay. That is so Hunter Purdue had to do that because Justin Hartley also wears 0.
Yes.
So the rule is you can have 2 people with the same number, but they can't be on the field at the same time. So he actually put on another jersey. Wow. First down for the Buccaneers, and they're trying to keep it on the ground. And C.J. Cowley can't go anywhere fast. Good stop there by Chance Stroud and company for Thompson. So what a play.
Yes. I mean,
great job by our production crew to catch that because I'm like, wait a minute. People are peeling off jerseys. I mean, wow. That's unbelievable. Play clock down to 19 seconds. 4 wide receivers set once again for the Buccaneers. 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground. Good move there by Cowley. And Cowley is close to a first down. He should have enough to move the chains. And Hunter Purdue wearing 27 just on the return. And he's like, oh, I got to get out of this.
I got to get back to my original number, he said.
I mean, you know, I think this is the multiverse for football.
Yes, exactly.
Changing numbers during the play. Okay, here we go. Freeman looking to throw. And has a receiver wide open, and it's a catch by Jeremiah Tabb into the end zone. Another City of Bessemer touchdown. Wow, what a play.
Beautiful play right there. I mean, quarterback had all day back there to see who he wanted to go to, and eventually we called it an explosive play, which was very explosive because he hit him with a wide-open touchdown pass right there.
Take another look at it. Great 57-yard bomb to Tabb, and he catches it in stride over the shoulder into the end zone. Wow, what a play for the Buccaneers. Point after attempt, kick is up, and it is good. And just like that, what we thought was a bogged-down offense on this drive turned into another home run here at the Hoover Metropolitan. And this one goes over the right center field and over the shoulder of Tabb. They're up by 1. And once again, time for our Children's of Alabama Smile Cam. Yeah, look at those. Remember Children's of Alabama, all for your one. And all of those young men over there are somebody's one. There's a little girl right there. That's somebody's one. Yeah, she's having a good time over there. And I'm just doing my pom-pom. I'm waiting for the electronic pom-pom. You know, it twirl, it change colors or something. I'm not sure. So now back and forth we go. Now it's Hoover up by 1. James Bryant off for the Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. Into the end zone for a touchback. And back and forth we go. We've seen quarterbacks run it, and we've seen them throw it. Now we'll see what Seaborn can do. We've seen him throw it, and we've seen him run it. Here's another Fortis Institute scoring drive. 3 plays, 63 yards. Jeremiah Tabb with that 53-yard touchdown reception. Point after attempt was good, and that makes it 17-16 in favor of Thompson. Favor of Hoover, excuse me. 4 wide receivers now, 1 back in the backfield. They're going to try to throw it quick and trying to break a tackle, and he can't, is Mosley, but a good tackle made by the Buccaneers. And they're just stepping up big, making plays, and that was Caleb Cook.
Yeah, Mosley did a good job of getting all over that tackle right there. He came downhill, found the ball, just made a good form tackle right there. You want to see that in a good outside linebacker like Caleb Cook.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Oh, no. After all those positive plays, and Cook's like, wait a minute, what did I do? I didn't do anything. He's over there. He's so distraught.
Wow.
He makes the tackle, but he actually did something. They're trying to calm him down. He's like, I didn't do anything. All right, so now it's 1st and 10. Ball out to about the 33-yard line. Send Mosley in motion, and now it's got another run, and here they come. Great job by Casey. Orijah Casey gets another first down, and it's a Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta first down. Remember, they have 4 convenient locations. You mentioned Salvatore's Pizza, and you can get 10% off of your order. But it's coming back.
Senior up in the spot. Replay first down.
Oh, so, yeah, touche. Now they have the 15-yard. Now they're moving back 10. Everybody's even there. So now we're almost back where we started from. So now to be 1st and 20. Up, they're moving them back.
Got to make sure they get the correct spot.
And Coach Freeman's like, no, we're supposed to be up here. Not back there. See him off in the distance. So he's like, okay, let's just go. 4 wide receivers on the near side. Seaborn throws back. Looks like a screen, and this screen opens the barn doors and just keeps on running. It's Derek Kimbrough, and he's able to get a Salvatore's Pizza first down and move the chains and get all the negative yards back plus some.
Yeah, on that screen right there, that was just a well-designed play. I mean, they seen what they know the yards they had to get, and they got all those yards back plus more. So what a great call right there by the offense right there. Look down, field, screen pass to the receiver. I mean, he just was being explosive, dragging everybody, and he's getting all the positive yards that he need. Good play right there.
And Jordan Williams finally brought it down, but not before he got back into Buccaneer territory. And Kimbrough, yes, he's just a sophomore.
Wow.
And this young man has a lot of upside. 6 feet, 172 pounds. Got 2 more years of high school left. So 8:42 left. And now the clock is starting. The defense is out of position.
Wow.
Seaborn's going to try to hurry up quickly, and they're going to hand it off. And Jackson on the carry, he's able to get about 6 yards. A little confusion there because they were trying to move around. KJ Jackson, part of that 3-headed monster of running backs with Jackson, Evans, and Casey. So now 3 wide receivers on the near side. On the far side, sitting all by himself, is Derek Kimbrough. He's already proven he doesn't need much blocking to make a play. Keeping it on the ground. Good move there by KJ Jackson. He drags a defender and able to get some positive yards. Now it was Goldsmith there on the tackle. Check that Goldsby. So now 3rd and 2 as the alarm you hear in the distance here at the Hoover Met. And they're going to keep it on the ground. Defense is right there to make a good play. Goldsby again with the tackle.
Yeah, the defense was very patient right there. A good job of everybody just getting to the football. They seen where the ball was going, and all defenders right there started with that defensive line. They just got some push and power up front, and they was able to get a good stop right there on that drive.
4th and 1. Looks like they're going to go for it. 3 wide receivers on the far side. They're going to send Casey in motion on the far side, and now they're going to try to see if they're going to make the play. Casey is all the way out near the sideline. Timeout is called, and looks like a
Timeout. Hoover.
Buccaneers squad.
Second charge
Freeman
timeout.
is like, oh, you're playing right where I want you. Another Jefferson County Department of Health timeout because he had those guys I mean, perplexed.
Yeah, they were confused. Looked like, I mean, you seen one of the defenders over there was trying to figure out what to do, and I mean, they just eventually called a timeout right there.
So now it's 4th down. Last time it was 4th and 1. It was a quick punt by the Warriors. Uh-oh, what kind of, that's not a Chucky doll. Or that may be the off-brand Chucky doll. Oh.
Some kind of doll.
It's a clown. You know what? And someone did post something. They were like, 30 years ago, everybody loved clowns. Now everybody's afraid of clowns. How does that happen? I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. When did clowns become the horror thing?
Yes.
But it is. And right now, Coach Freeman's trying not to turn this drive into a horror scene and trying to keep things good for the Warriors. They're the Warrior fan faithful. Here we go, 4th and 1. Keeping it is Seaborn, and he gets hit. But it looks like he has enough for the first down. Another Salvatore's Pizza first down, and he got shellacked by DJ Waller.
Yeah, I mean, he got even though he got hit, he got enough positive yards for the first down, and that's what you want to see in a good quarterback. He's not afraid to deliver plays, but he also is not afraid to get hit.
Now 4 wide receivers. Casey still in at running back. Seaborn in the shotgun. And it looked like they had a little bit too much movement. Pushes them back 5. Now they're at the 33-yard line. So 1st and 15 now for Thompson. Seaborn with a nice bubble screen out to Casey. Casey gets those negative yards back and brought down by Joe Johnson and others.
Yeah, that pass right there was just perfect. I mean, he knew what he wanted to go to. He knew the play was, he knew who he wanted to throw the ball to, and that was just a well-executed play by Seaborn right here. Take a look at it. Ball is right there, pretty perfect pass right there.
Casey, just a sophomore. Part of this running back core that can do a lot of different things. 4 wide receivers now, 2nd and 11. Seaborn getting pressure, and he goes down. And a big sack by Javon Pulliam. His 8th sack of the season.
8th sack of the season. I mean, Javon Pulliam right there, a good sack right there. Coming around the corner, he just lays the wood right there on Seaborn. Way to be aware and way to just make a great sack right there on the play. Wow.
Pulliam 6'2", 225, just a junior, and already with 8 sacks for the team. That's their 22nd sack of the season. Now you're looking at 3rd down and 20. Seaborn trying to make amends for going down with that sack. Now he's getting some more pressure, trying to stay alive, finds a safety valve to Trey Knight and able to get out of bounds, but well short of the first down.
Trent Seaborn, he had to hurry up and throw the ball right there because, I mean, he could have been right there in sack trouble again, but he was able to avoid the sack and just take the check down right there.
And remember, our school bus stop of the game at the end of the game will be our best defensive stop of the game. And remember, it's the law in every state that requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. And now Freeman and Seaborn having a conversation.
Delay. Still 4th down.
So that'll push him back 5, but that may help the punter out just a little bit. He's going to try to coffin corner this kick. I know we're in the month of ghouls and goblins.
Yes.
So going to try to kick it into the corner.
Still 4th down.
Smart move by Chip English to decline it. So he can cough and kick it. He said, we're not going to go into coughing.
Hey, don't back up, Hunt. Don't back up. You're right there. You're right there. You're right there. You're right there.
High. And no, he just went into the end zone for a touchback. Good call by Chip English not to give the punter 5 more yards to see if he could kick it inside the 5. We come back, we'll see exactly what's going on. We got guys changing jerseys and a little bit of everything. It's 1-point lead by the Bucs. Stay tuned. Sunday of Hoover, and remember, the Avadian Credit Union halftime show's coming up. We'll have highlights, interviews, and possibly highlights from around the country. Right now, it's the Hoover Buccaneers trying to add on to their 1-point lead, but the defense for Thompson says they're not having it, and they take the initial rush by Mosley, and he only is able to get 1 or 2 yards.
Thompson was all over that tackle right there. Looked like the offense tried to execute a counter play right there, but the counter play didn't end well, so they didn't get many positive yards in that play right there.
1 yard gain, 2nd down and 9. Now they're going with that bunch, 2 wide receivers on each side. Give again to Mosley. And looks like they're trying to eat up a little clock too. But now it's 3rd down. Third and 6 for Freeman and the Buccaneers. Trying to get them to jump with those shifts and move along that offensive line. Warriors not having it. Freeman now has some room to run. He decides to run, gets wrapped up, and eventually brought down. And Freeman wanted a flag. Looks like he thought somebody tried to pull on his helmet, and now his helmet came off. He has to leave for 1 play.
Well, Freeman did a good job of fighting for yards right there. Looked like he wanted to go downfield, but he knew at the same time he also needed to get the 1st down. So way to be aware right there and just get the yards there. He needed to get the 1st down.
Another Salvatore's 1st down, and now coming in for Freeman is Hudson Babb. 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers with 2 minutes, 43 seconds left here in the half. Going to keep it on the ground, trying to find some room on the outside, but just can't get out of the arms of the defender. Good job there by Kevin Davis, who plays at outside linebacker.
Yeah, you take a look at it right here. I mean, he was looking downfield. He eventually wanted to throw the ball, but at the same time, I have to be smart. I have to gain some good yards, get a 1st down, and he did exactly right there as his helmet come off at the end of the play.
2nd down and 8. Make it 9. Freeman back into the game. Freeman getting some pressure on the backside. He eludes 1 defender. Shakes off, but can't shake the 2nd defender. Good play by Chance Strone, able to get the tackle, and they won't call it a sack, but it will be a tackle for a loss.
Well, good thing about Thompson, they have a good defensive front, and they've known for making plays like that. And once they shed and get off the offensive lineman, they can make some great plays, and they've been doing it all night.
You put Strone at a little bit of everywhere in that front 7. Now looking at 3rd down and 8 yards to go. Freeman trying to get out of traffic, and now he's off to the races. He gets a 1st down and gets tripped up right at about the 45-yard line. Good decision there by Freeman. But we do have a flag all the way back at the 29. And another Salvatore's 1st down. And Coach English is like, wow, we got a break. A face mask adds some yards to the end of the run, and now they're into Thompson territory. Got a little bit over a minute left, and looks like we've got stoppage of play. Remember, the Bucs only have one timeout. So now we got 4 wide receivers, and we're ready to start. Mosley in the backfield along with Freeman. Freeman with time, trying to elude a defender and gets spun out. We've got multiple flags coming from everywhere. Cam Pritchett was right there on Freeman, but that stops the play. And it may have been either a hold or a face mask.
Yeah,
I mean, because everybody threw their flags.
Players are coming out of everywhere. See right here. Yeah, it looked like he grabbed his face mask right there on that tackle. Wow, he definitely did.
5-yard face mask on the defense. 5 yards added to the end of the run. Second down.
So Freeman is, those neck exercises really helping him.
Correction. It's going to be first down.
So now 1st and 1. That's a rare call right there. So they can run 1 yard and get another first down. I didn't see that one on my bingo card. Throwing it long and almost intercepted. DeMonte Tabb, who already has 3 picks this season, was right there. And this young man is one of the premier defensive backs. He's a late bloomer, 6'2", 175. And he almost came down with it.
Yeah, that was just great coverage right there by DeMonte. I mean, he was where he needed to be at the right time, and he just couldn't come down with it. But he was definitely in great coverage to make a play right there.
Plays that strong safety position, but can play anywhere in that defensive backfield. Coach says he loves contact. 14 seconds and counting on the play clock. Down to 10. Freeman, quick pass. Looks like they have enough for the first down, and that's Hunter Purdue, the man who does quick change on his jersey. Another Salvatore's first down. So you have you ever gone to an NBA game? They have a couple, they do quick change.
Wow, yeah, I've never.
And they change outfits. It's like a magic show, and they just boom, 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 boom. I mean, they go through about 20 outfits in like 3 minutes. He could audition.
Yeah.
56 seconds left here in the opening half. They've got 4 wide receivers. Winston right here on the near side wearing number 4. Going to keep it, and Freeman is found out rather quickly, and he has just stood up, and that's Bradley Cachario, able to make that play.
Yeah, Bradley was all over there, and Freeman, he might have thought he was going to go somewhere, but he said, "No, I'll meet you right here," and he definitely met him right there in the hole.
Now we do have a flag. Oh, man, this has turned out to be the longest 2 minutes.
After the play, personal foul on the offense. Personal foul on the defense. So the offset, second down.
Okay, offsetting personal foul penalties. Coach Freeman would be happy if they can just hold defensively and just allow Hoover to go into the locker room with just 1 point lead. All right, here we go. Freeman now with 5 wide receivers out there. Sending one in motion. He's getting some pressure. And this time he's going to go down, and it's a sack. Bradley again right there. Now we got a little pushing and shoving. And I think that Freeman's taking exception to the fact that they're going for his head.
Yes, they are.
It's no question that they are reaching for his head. Take another look. They grab. Well, there's a head.
The back of the helmet. Got it right there, and they're all over him.
Right. They are tackling him high, very high. Third down. Reception made. Purdue, spin move, and great job by Purdue. And it looks like he has enough for the first down. Through all of that chaos, another Salvatore's first down. And the man who has the mini jerseys, once again, makes a play to save the drive. 5 seconds left. And we'll see if they'll try to kick a field goal or go in the end zone. Take another look.
At it right here. He's very patient. I mean, he caught the ball, great catch, and tried to make a little move right there, and he got enough yards to make a first down. So what a way to be aware right there to be able to get the first down with 5 seconds left in the second quarter.
Hunter Purdue. So now this defense for Thompson, they've got to try to figure out right here, they got to make a play, because if they slip one iota, it could be an easy 6 for Hoover.
Yes, they're going to be very smart right here. Hopefully Coach Freeman and his staff can dial something up that maybe set them up in good position, but they have to have a good, smart play right here drawn up in order to get a stop right here.
But it looks like they're going to try to kick it to add on to their lead. It'll be a 4-point lead if they can successfully make this kick. About a 34-yard field goal now by James Bryant. Kick is up, and it's good with 1 second left on the clock. And will they make it 0-0? They do. It is 0-0, and that will end the first half. James Bryant puts 3 more on the board, and the Buccaneers have a 20-16 lead. Great job by Bryant. Great job by the offense. When it looked like it was ready to go into Thompson's hands on a turnover on downs, they were able to make some spectacular plays. So now the Buccaneers, who were down at one point by 4 points, they lead now by 4 points, even after giving up a safety.
Yeah, I mean, once they gave up the safety, and they was like, man, we got to find something to do after here. And that last drive right there, they did everything they could to march the ball down the field, and they ended it with a field goal. So I think they've kind of found their rhythm and kind of found what they have to do in order to be successful in the game tonight.
As the fans here have enjoyed an incredible night of football, both teams have been playing at a high, definitely a high level. We've seen touchdowns a lot of different ways as Thompson goes into the dugout. And it is senior night for the dance, cheer, and band, and I think that's somebody showing their first time dancing in 2011. That's black. Wow. That's black male pictures.
Okay.
Yes, they'll be showing that during prom. This was their first dance. But so far, Thompson and Hoover have exchanged blows. Let's go down to Austin Pratt, who has a coach. Austin?
Coach, 1 point game. Couldn't be closer. There's been explosive plays on both sides. What needs to happen here in the second half to come out with it?
4 point game. We just kicked a field goal. But it's tight, so we're making it happen. Listen, guys are going to play. We got to sustain a push from them in the second half. They're going to get the ball first, so we got to come out. Defense is playing well. We're starting to get pressure on Trent. We got to keep it up.
And with the penalties, they've seen them from both sides, but it's been something that's been biting you guys in the back a little bit here. What's it look like for cleaning that up in the second?
Well, we just got to settle in, and I think both teams will do that. We're playing tough right now with a lot of emotion on both sides, so just settle in and clean it up.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you, Austin, and thank you, Coach. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the Avadian Credit Union halftime show. This has been a great first half. It is Hoover up by 4. Thompson fans are cautiously optimistic as they now have regained the lead. They have a 3-point lead here with 9:19 left here in the third quarter. went into halftime down 4, able to drive down the field and get into the end zone. Another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And this one is returnable. And here comes Hunter Purdue. Purdue going to try to cut back. And he still keeps on his feet. Hunter Purdue, great job. Gets out to about the 36-yard line before he's brought down. Good tackle there made by Colton Moore.
He did a good job of getting the ball. Once he found it, he tried to make something out. And, I mean, he came out running full speed, and he just thought he was going to get tackled right there, but he bounced out of the tackle. But good kickoff coverage and also a great kickoff return right there.
Now the Buccaneers trying to regain the lead. They had a 4-point lead at halftime. Now they're going to see in their first third-quarter possession, see if Caleb Freeman and company can help them regain that lead. J.R. Mosley in the backfield, along with 4 wide receivers and Freeman at quarterback. Give it to Mosley, and this time, say hello to Big Ami Maoa. And the big 99. And, yeah, he's got a good celebration there. Oh.
Stamped it.
Moala.
It's a big defensive lineman right there in the middle.
Yes, Amy Moala. 6'2", 350.
Woo.
No gain, second down and 10. Tab goes in motion. Going to flare it out to Jeremiah Tab. Here comes Tab. He's good with run after the catch, and he shows it. Gets enough for the first down.
Yeah, one thing about Tab, once he gets the reception, he's going to find some yards. And, I mean, he was doing it all night. He's an explosive playmaker, and that was a good job of getting some positive yards right there on that play.
So they say he went out of bounds, not a first down, third down and short now. Jonah Winston flared out in that 3-bunch wide receiver set. Now he's going to move and shift and get on the near side on the line. Handoff, and this one goes for a loss. Great job by the defense. Chan Strong right there to make the play. A good tackle for a loss.
Chan Strong was definitely strong right there on his last play. He didn't give him enough time to get past the line of scrimmage. As soon as he took the ball, he was right there to meet him. And that's what you want to see in a defensive back, in a linebacker like that. What a great play.
Fourth down. Looks like Coach Freeman's defense holds strong. And it'll be a punting situation. And Freeman telling everybody, get back, get back, get back. He needs a get-back coach.
Yeah, he definitely does.
4th and 4, punting situation for the Bucs. Morrison with the punt. And fair catch called, and good catch there by Price Lewis. So Coach Freeman and company now back on offense, want to see if they can expand off of this last drive, in which is our Fortis Institute scoring summary. 7 plays, 81 yards. Orijah Casey with a 6-yard touchdown run. That summary's sponsored by Fortis Institute. So now 1st and 10 inside their 20 at the 16-yard line. Keeping it on the ground. And they got some positive yards. Looks like close to another first down. Orijah Casey. Casey is as steady as they go.
Casey seems like he's been getting a lot of positive yards every time he touched the ball tonight. And that was another good example of him.
And 3 wide receivers now on that far side, with Kimbrough, the lone wide receiver here on the near side. 1st and 10. Seaborn going long, has a receiver in Kimbrough. The ball is loose. Hoover saying that they've got it, but Orijah Casey's right there. But no, they say that Hoover has it. Orijah's still fighting for the football.
Wow.
Now we got a player down. Looks like that's Joe Johnson. It looks like Joe may have gotten hit while he was going for the ball. There's the loose ball. Boom. Oh, yeah. Looks like it's his own man, DJ Wallen. Knocks the ball loose. Good play there by Trey Sanders to knock the ball loose. And then it's just a free-for-all to see who could get it. Back to the drawing board for the Thompson offense. Now their defense is going to have to hold strong with the ball in great field position, as we still have a player down on the field with 6:54 left. And that's Big Joe Johnson. Their big defensive lineman, 270 pounds. And anytime you're dealing with that back, you get hit in the back, you fall on your back, anything like that.
It's going to sting for a while.
Ooh, man, is it going to sting. And he'll get a much-deserved breather. As now it's Caleb Freeman and the offense opportunity to see if they can take advantage of this short field. C.J. Cowley in the backfield along with Freeman. They sent Tab in motion, but it looks like it's a false start on the offense. Let's get the official call. Okay. So instead of -5 yards, +5 yards now for Hoover. So now the Thompson defense got their work really cut out for them. Tab now goes in motion and cuts right back. And this one gives to Cowley, and Cowley just got strung out as Moali and others right there to make the play, along with Junior James.
Yeah, this defense, they did a great job of getting to the ball, and that's one thing this Thompson defense is known for. They have a great defensive front, but they also are known for getting to the ball, and when they get to the ball, they're going to make a play, and they just swarm to the ball.
And we've got another player down for Hoover. And remember, our school bus stop of the game, and that'll go to our best defensive stop. And yes, our school bus has rims, and our rims continue to spin. Yes. So now we got a player down for Hoover, and now he's up, and that is C.J. Cowley, and he's going to jog off the field. That's the power of youth. That's why you don't see the senior league for tackle football.
Yeah.
We would go down and stay down.
You think if you went down, you could run off the field like you just ran up?
No. Matter of fact, I'm looking for that big helmet that they have in the NFL with the cart.
Yeah, you're looking for that cart.
I'm calling it. Do. Yeah. I need that express.
Something very quick.
Hey, sometimes after the game, I need the express. But happy to see him get off the field. Now we're looking at 2nd down and 6. Now J.R. Mosley in at running back.
Timeout. Their first cross time.
And Hoover had to call a timeout because they were running out of time on the play clock. Another Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. And remember, overdoses can happen anywhere and anytime. Do you know the signs of an overdose? Learn how you can save a life. Download the OPI Rescue AL app today. Brought to you by the Jefferson County Department of Health. Now, if you are Thompson right now, your defense can hold. if you make the right choices.
Yeah.
So what are you telling your defense right now if you're one of the coaches?
Well, yeah, I think you need to be smart. You need to, first of all, watch the ball, but at the same time, you need to make good plays.
Let's take a look at the region standings. Thompson is undefeated. Hewitt-Trussville started off red hot. They faltered a little bit at 3-2 in the conference play. Hoover 3-2, Vestavia 3-2, Prattville 3-2, and Hillcrest 2-3. So this is a key game if you want to stay up or go down in the standings. Freeman, bullet pass, finds his receiver in Purdue, and Purdue has enough for the first down. They'll move the chains.
Yeah, it was a great pass, a great catch right there. And that's what, if you're Hoover, you want to find something that's going to work for you, is going to click for you. So hopefully that play right there kind of set them up for success right here. Continue on this drive.
Another Children's of Alabama smile cam. Remember, Children's of Alabama, all for your one. And look at that sea of Hoover fans. Yeah, I don't know what that is. New age baby fear doll. Here we go. 1st and 10 now inside the 20 in the Window World red zone. Going to go with the end around to Jonah Winston, and Jonah's going to drag a couple of Warriors with him. He gets inside the 10, close to another first down. Jonah is just explosive every time he touches the ball.
Yeah, take a look at it right here. He's very explosive. I mean, whether he's getting the ball thrown to him and running right here in a play like that, he's going to make positive yards, and he's going to drag a few defenders with him as well. So he's going to be very physical.
2nd down and 1. They can get a first down without scoring. Trying to go on the inside into the end zone. Touchdown. J.R. Mosley, another City of Bessemer touchdown. And they are back on top. You can see how elated he is to help his Buccaneers get the lead again.
Yeah, that was a very good outside zone play right there. He took the handoff, and he just plowed his way into the end zone right here. The offensive line did a great job of blocking. He bounced to the outside, a little stiff arm, and he just found his way into the end zone.
Point after attempt is up and good. And the seesaw begins again. The 4-point lead returns to the Hoover Bucks off of the legs of J.R. Mosley, who scampers into the end zone. Stay tuned. And I think for this game, the netting is an advantage for the Hoover student body, so they just don't pour out onto the field. You know, those guys are leaning on it. They're doing all that good stuff.
Definitely showing some good school spirit there.
That or they're trying to show their washboard abs. They could be doing a little bit of both. Okay. Now, Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff as the Buccaneers have regained the lead, 4-point lead again. And here we go. It's returnable from the 4-yard line. Here come the Warriors. And the Warriors are going to go out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Not the greatest field position, but for Thompson, hey, they can work with it. Take a look at our Fortis Institute scoring drive. 4 plays, 30 yards. Mosley with the 7-yard touchdown run that came after the fumble that gave Hoover great field position.
I think that fumble could have been a huge momentum shift for Hoover. They needed that, and they definitely capitalized off that fumble right there in the last possession.
1st and 10 from the 16. Casey, now the 5th wide receiver. Seaborn gives it back to Kimbrough, and Kimbrough is wrapped up and brought down, and that was Justin Hartley coming from his defensive end position to make the play.
Yeah, Hartley is definitely an athlete. He's a guy who...
Check that. Is that Hartley? Yeah, that is Hartley. You know, I'm getting my zeros mixed up.
A lot of zeros.
Yeah.
But we know Hartley is a guy who can make plays, and he flies all over the field, and that was a great example of that right there on that play.
4 wide receivers set again. They're going to keep it on the ground. Good move by Casey, but he's wrapped up and stonewalled as he just couldn't move. He may have gotten 2 on that carry.
Good job by Hoover's defensive front right there. They all kind of clogged the hole when he wanted to go to the inside, and they was able to get a great stop right there.
Goldsby right there on the tackle amongst others. So now we're looking at a 3rd and 4 to try to keep this drive alive. 4 wide receivers. Now in the backfield, K.J. Jackson. Defense for Hoover trying to make their calls also. Seaborn getting some pressure, makes the throw, reception made, enough for the first down. Good catch by Price Lewis, his first reception of the evening.
One thing I noticed about Trent Seaborn, he's very poised and calm in the pocket, and he caught the snap with one hand, by the way, but he's going to make a play and stay on that last play. He's just very poised and very calm in the pocket. Don't get overworked, and he's going to make a great play.
Out to the 35-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Give to Jackson, and Jackson holds on to the football, may have gained nothing, got back to the original line of scrimmage. And once again, Justin Hartley makes the play. So now 2nd and 10. So now everybody getting this signal from the side. Ten seconds and counting on the play clock. They get it off. Seaborn. Oh, man, that one was just a little high for Price Lewis.
Yeah, it was just overthrown a little bit and wasn't able to make the catch. But at the end of the day, he didn't lose any yards, just threw the ball away, and he didn't get any yards right there on that last play.
So now 3rd and 10 for the Warriors. They need to get out to the 46 for a first. So now they're going to make their shift as they got the play call. Now 3 wide receivers on the near side. Seaborn with time, going to make a throw. Wow, what a catch. I mean, almost dropped it was R.J. Evans. He had to extend himself just to make that reception.
Yeah, it was a great catch right there, and the defender came downhill and made a clean hit right there as well. But it was a great throw and a great catch right there on that last play. Take another look at it. And the defender, woo.
Well, he slipped on that turf and went down because his momentum was taking him there, and he just slipped. And let's remember, they do play baseball on this field, so they do have to re-sod it after baseball season is over. Black with the punt, fair catch called, and reception made by Hunter Purdue. And Purdue will have to make that change of uniform as we go. Quick change.
That's something he's been doing all night.
Yes, quick change. There we go. All my NBA fans will know, yeah, quick change. I remember that. Yeah, there we go. And, I mean, all for a number.
Yes.
Everybody likes 0. And I remember the ABC. You don't remember those specials. 0, my hero. Yes. So 1:54 left here in the 3rd. Buccaneers trying to add on to their 4-point lead. Thompson trying to make a big play to get the ball back. Keeping it on the ground are the Bucks. And Cowley back into the game, but there's a flag. Check that. That is Keelan Jefferson with his first carry of the night.
Holding on the offense. Continue on the previous spot. Still first down.
Pushes them back inside their 20. Coach English trying to get this team over the hump. It's been a while since they've beaten Thompson. First and 20 from the 17. Freeman going to keep it himself, and he's brought down. Cam Pritchard right there to make the play. good tackle for a loss for Pritchett.
Yeah, Pritchett, he did a good job of chasing that play down from the backside. And when he did, once he connected on him, he was able to take him down for a great tackle right there.
2nd down and 20. And Pritchett, one of those dynamic juniors along this defensive line. Less than 15 seconds on the play clock. Babb in at quarterback. And looked like they had some daylight. J.R. Mosley was looking for it, but he just got tripped up.
Yeah, I think he wouldn't have got tripped up. He would have got a few more possible yards. He was on the track to go downhill, but he just got slightly tripped up right there.
So now we've got back Freeman in, and we've got Jonah Winston in. Winston is going to go to the far side of the field, split out, looking at 3rd and 17. Less than 30 seconds to play in the quarter. Freeman with plenty of time, and he throws it and underthrows his intended receiver, which is Tab. Tab had to turn around, and it just wasn't a good pass. So now it is 4th and 17, and it'll be a punting situation for the Bucs.
Yeah, that was great coverage right there by Tab. He turned around, and once he knew the ball when he got out of bounds, he just was able to make a great play. But also, in the same time, Caleb Freeman, he had great protection by his offensive lineman. Just a good defensive play right there.
21 seconds left here in the 3rd. Morrison with the punt. Goes right into the arms of Robinson, and Robinson quickly wrapped up and brought down. Good open field tackle by Caden Smith. But decent field position now for Thompson as the defense holds, and the lead remains 4 for Hoover. So now if you're Thompson's offense, they've got to really find a way to get this offense going here in the waning moments of the 3rd quarter as we get ready to start the 4th soon. And here comes Seaborn on 1st down with 9 seconds left here in the 3rd. Seaborn with plenty of time. He could run it if he wants to. Flag thrown. And that may be a holding call as we end the 3rd quarter. But let's see what the penalty is.
On the offense, 10-yard penalty, replay 1st down. We'll have 1 untimed down.
So they'll have a 1 untimed down. Seaborn with 3 wide receivers in a slot. Running back Elijah Casey in the backfield. Seaborn finds a receiver. Oh, man, and he just got slung to the ground to end the quarter. And now it was Kimbrough that made the reception. Jordan Williams with the sling down. We've played 3 complete, a Salvatore's Pizza Break. And remember, 4 locations. Mention Friday Night Rivals and get 10% off of your order. And right now it's a 4-point lead for the Bucs. Can they hold on? 4th quarter coming up. It is Halloween season. I'm not sure if that young man is trying to be the Joker, smiley face, or I don't know. That's just different. All right, and remember, at the end of the game, we'll have our Drummond Company Player of the game. And remember, with Drum & Company, you can nominate your teacher, ABC 3340, and you can nominate your teacher to receive an award. Here we go. Passing it. Seaborn makes a good play to start off the fourth quarter. Reception made by Darian Mosley. Mosley already has a touchdown, and that's a Salvatore's Pizza first down, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, that was a great catch right there by Mosley. I mean, he just extended his arms, and the ball was right there. What a great catch for a first down.
Right at midfield. Seaborn. And another reception. And this time, this one goes to Dedrick Kimbrough.
Let's think about this offense is they have a lot of offensive weapons, and it's showing tonight. As you see right here on this play right here, he takes the snap, being patient. He threw it to the receiver right there, stayed in bounds, caught the ball, and eventually got out for the first down.
Now everybody's going to switch positions. Jackson's going to flare out. Now they've got 5 wide receivers. And sending 4, and they get another sack. Javion Pulliam with his second sack of the night.
Great pressure right there by Javion Pulliam. I mean, he was able to get to the backfield and create pressure on the quarterback. And once he got back there, he was able to get a sack right there. You see right there was relentless, didn't give up on the play. It was able to take Trent Seaborn down for a sack. What a great play.
And just a junior, this young man has a bright future ahead of him. Second down and 22. Seaborn throwing it. Ball looked like it was tipped on the line, but good reception made by Kimbrough, and he's able to get all those negative yards back, which will bring up a third down and about 7 yards to go.
One thing about this offensive lineman, they're letting the Seaborn have time in the backfield all day. They're creating enough time, and they're being very physical up front while holding their blocks.
Coach says the offensive line for Thompson has been steadily improving each week. Third down. Seaborn getting some pressure. Pulliam just misses him. Catch made by Kimbrough. His forward progress will be enough for a first down, and they'll move the chains again. Another Salvatore's Pizza first down. You see Coach Freeman, he's constantly trying to coach his players up.
See right here, play action. He slid up in the pocket and was able to make a great throw and a great catch right there. So the forward progress eventually led him to the first down once they continued to try to get him to the ground.
So now the ball at the 26-yard line. Seaborn finds a receiver wide open. Does he make it into the end zone? No, he steps right out of bounds. Darian Mosley was just right there. He just could not keep his feet in bounds, but it looks like he had enough for the reception.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to find the end zone, but you got to look the ball in and catch it in first. But if he would have caught that and went on to the end zone, it would have been a touchdown. But was a good throw right there. It was wide open, by the way, and he just couldn't hold on to the ball before he stepped out of bounds.
Makes the catch, and officials right there say he's out of bounds. They're going to keep it on the ground, and the defense was ready to sniff that one out. And that was a good job by the Bucs, and Jared Goldsby once again makes a play. Jackson on the carry. He'll go to the side. Now Casey in at running back. Second and goal now for Thompson. Trying to find somebody in the back of the end zone. He had Elijah Casey and just a little bit too high.
Wow, would have been a beautiful catch and a beautiful throw if he was able to just hold on to it and complete it. But he just overthrew him just a little bit. To take another look at it right here. Oh, he got away from the sack, by the way. He just overthrew him right there in the end zone, but tried to catch it, but he just can't hold on to the ball.
3rd and goal now for the Warriors. They trail by 4. Hoover calls a timeout, their first timeout of the half. Remember, it's the Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. And remember, an overdose can happen anywhere and anytime. Do you know the signs of an overdose? Learn how you can save a life. Download the OPI Rescue AL app, brought to you by the Jefferson County Department of Health. I think this may be time for a coach's call. RJ, what do you think?
Well, I think, it's 3rd down. You have a few yards to get in the end zone. I think you just try to try to run any play right here to just get you in the end zone, whether you're throwing the ball or running the ball. But, tonight they've been very efficient in doing either or. So you have to be smart right here and see what the defense giving you. Try to get in the end zone right here.
Let's take a look at the play that set up the yard situation where we are. The reception looks like, was it made or was it not made? And he's bobbling. Oh, man, he lost the football. Mosley lost control of that football and it went out the end zone. So, not sure if it's a touchback or not, but it should be a touchback because the ball went out of the end zone.
Yeah.
I think that one was one that our officials may have just let slide, but they may, go back and look at it and say what they did right or wrong. 3rd down and goal. Ball at the 6-yard line. Seaborn rolling to the near side. Throwing to the back of the end zone, and it's a jump ball. Is it a catch or an interception? They're fighting over the football. And both players have it, and they call it a touchdown. They call it a touchdown. Another City of Bessemer touchdown. And do we say tie goes to the offense? Wow. Let's take another look.
Yeah, the quarterback rolling out right here. He knew who he wanted to go to. He just threw it. But, both guys have a hand on the ball right there. But they called it a touchdown for Thompson. So, wow.
Price Lewis had the Price is right. Jackson Lassiter are right there. Now, it looks like Lassiter had his hand on it, but Price had his arm on it.
Yeah.
And the point after attempt is good. No instant replay during the regular season for high school football. And just like that, 3-point lead back in favor of Thompson. And you see Seaborn throw it. And a lot of people debate this going on. It's a jump ball, and it's tied up. Stay tuned. The Price is right. Lewis tells the crowd, shh. The tie goes to the offense. Thank you. And the Thompson student body, they're hyped up because, once again, they have the lead in this seesaw battle that's gone back and forth. James Red along with R.J. Burns and Austin Pratt roaming the sidelines. And now the lead is back in favor of Thompson. What a play. And I think the rule is if it is a tie, it goes to the offense.
Wow.
I think, and in baseball, the tradition is tie goes to the runner. Mm-hmm. That's offense, so yeah. Here we go, Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff into the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now Hoover, with plenty of time, their offense has to be able. Let's take another look at the touchdown that people will be talking about.
Wow.
One hand, and then Lassiter has two hands, but you see Price has his arm right there. And then when they go to the ground, it's 2 hands, but Lassiter still has his arm there. So nobody has control. And you can see that Price's arm, he just brings his other arm in. He's like, okay, I got one arm.
We're going to be talking about that all weekend.
Oh, yeah. Great video by our production team to get that shot. And keeping it on the ground is J.R. Mosley, and Mosley has enough for the first down and more, and they'll move the chains. Another Salvatore's first down.
Yeah, good job of the inside zone with taking what the defense gave him to him. He got downhill, running behind his offensive lineman, and that was a good, powerful run right there.
First and 10 now from the 34. Keeping it on the ground now, new running back in. Well, same one, Mosley. Mosley's right there, but this time, Chance Strone was right there to bring him down. And you take a look at the scoring drive, 10 plays, 64 yards, and Price is right, Lewis, a 6-yard touchdown reception. I mean, that's an easy one. Price was right.
I think you're going to stick with that name, aren't you?
Well, I got to. I got to. Three wide receivers. Give again to Mosley, and he is just trying to make a play. Clock continues to run. And he'll take a breather as they bring in some fresh bodies. Defense is trying to hold one more time to give the ball back to their offense. Looking at 3rd down and 4 now for the Buccaneers. Need to get to the 45 to make sure they have enough for the first. They're trying to draw Thompson off sides, but they're having nothing of it. Cam Pritchard is up there trying to hype up the crowd. And also Wesley Gover. Here we go. Freeman. Pump fakes, now finds a receiver, has enough for the first down and more. Here comes Hunter Purdue, and Purdue refuses to go down, and he says, you know what, I'm not going to give you an opportunity to take the ball. It's a first down.
Yeah, Hunter was very physical right there.
Another Salvatore's first down, and they'll move the chains. 6:55 left here in regulation. Clock continues to run. C.J. Cowley in at running back now for Hoover. Purdue goes in motion. They're going to give it to their young upstart running back Cowley, and he's able to get some yards and get 1 yard shy of the first down.
Hoover, they have a momentum going right now, and they're being very successful keeping the ball on the ground right now, and this is something that they've needed, and right now it's working. I mean, they're doing some explosive things, and the offensive linemen are blocking very well, and they just continue to find success.
Keeping it on the ground, trying to find some room to run, and off to the races. One man to beat. He tries to cut the corner and gets knocked out of bounds just a yard short. Kevin Davis makes a touchdown saving tackle from the linebacker position.
Yeah, take a look at this play right here. He went to the inside, then he bounced it out to the outside. The receivers did a great job of blocking on the outside of the perimeter, and he just holds his hands up right there. But that was a good play right there by the running back, C.J. Cowley.
First and 4. Call it first and goal. They're at the 4-yard line. Giving it to Winston. No, Freeman's going to keep it. And that may have not been the right choice because he may have lost a couple of yards and we may have a player down. But nope, popping right back up is Wesley Gover. And he's able to bounce back for Thompson. Now it's 2nd down and goal The ball now at the 7-yard line, a 2-yard loss. Caleb Freeman, the quarterback, trying to guide his team back into the lead as the clock continues to run. Three wide receivers. We've got Winston split out along with Hunter Purdue right here on the near side. Giving it to Cowley and brought down. Good tackle by Pritchett. But Pritchett may have to leave a play. He lost that helmet. Yeah, he's got to go. You got to go. And he's running off to the side.
This defense is doing a good job right now, standing their ground right here. They're trying to deny Hoover from getting to the end zone. And so far, they've stand their ground. They have some big guys up there in front, and they're just trying to hold everything.
Trying to confuse the Thompson defense. Now Freeman in the backfield with Mosley. They're going to keep it. Here comes Freeman. Freeman's going to get clipped down. Oh, man. Good touchdown saving tackle again by Chan Strong right there to make the play, along with Micah Fleming. Now 4th down. Decision time. I think it's an act equipment time. They bring it on the field goal team. Do you make that call or do you try to go for it?
Yeah, I mean, it's late in the game, so I think you just try to get the free point right here, and the free points to be to kick the field goal.
All right, James Bryant on to do the kicking. Kick is up, and it's good. And with 3 minutes and 56 seconds left after we go back and forth, the seesaw goes up and down. We're all tied up at 30, a brand new ball game. Stay tuned. Back and forth we go, and this is what happens when you have two premier teams and two premier coaches in Coach Freeman and in Coach English. Coach Freeman's team now all tied up after they held Hoover to a field goal. And now James Bryant will have the Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And this one is returnable. And stumbling but keeping his feet on the return is Moore. And Moore is able to get out to about the 23-yard line. But we do have a flag all the way back.
Like it's two of them.
Yeah, it looks like it's, well, that one may not be a flag. But that's all the way out to the 13-yard line.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Averages to the goal, 1st down.
All right, now it'll push them back a few. Let's take a look at what Thompson was able to do on their last drive. Seaborn throwing it long, finding a receiver. And that was the controversial play. It looks like he threw the ball, Mosley threw it in, and then on the touchdown, it just got down to who had the biggest hands and arms. And in the end, it was Price Lewis. The Price is right. Here we go. Trying to keep it on the ground is Thompson. They're trying to eat up some clock but move the ball down the field. Elijah Casey, they're on the carry.
Yeah, they're going to do a good job of eating clock, but at the same time, they're going to get positive yards. And they've been doing a good job all night of running the ball. They have 2 running backs in the backfield, so they have to continue to do this if they want to come out successful for tonight's game.
Now, this drive has started inside their 10 from the 7-yard line with 3:20 and counting left to play. The game's all tied. Following his blocks is Casey, and he is close to a 1st down, maybe about 3 yards shy. Now less than 3 minutes to play. Jordan Williams was there to make the tackle for Hoover. Now it's 3rd and 3. Key 3rd down here. Trying to get the Hoover Met loud here with the Hoover fan base. They're going to keep it on the ground. Wow, he had a huge hole. He cuts back and runs into a crowd, but he's keeping his feet. But they say no, his forward progress was stopped. So now it's a 4th and 3. Oh, this is an act equipment coach's call. What do you do now?
Yeah, tough to call right here, but I think you just bring the punt team out. I mean, he's tied up right now. You want to lose any yards and set Hoover up in a scoring position, so you just punt the ball right here.
So now kicking basically from his goal line is Ethan Black. Needs a good snap here. He gets it, and he booms this one. Fair catch call. Great field position now. And that was Hunter Purdue as he makes, as usual, his uniform change.
Need a little assistance.
And there he is. He got some assist. He's like, thank you. Somebody came finally. Yeah. He's back in there, and the fans are loving the netting. Could this be something that we'll have at every football stadium? Some netting for these Children of Alabama smile cam, and they're smiling and doing all kind of things. Oh, I don't know about that little tongue action there. What's going on? Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah. That's more than a smile. All right, here we go. Buccaneers on the run.
Ooh.
And bouncing off is C.J. Cowley. He's just bouncing off like a pinball.
Good play for the outside zone right there. Was able to get some positive yards and took what the offense gave him, and he just said, I'm going to do what I have to do, and he was able to do that on the last play.
4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6. Mosley in along with Cowley, 2 running backs in the backfield with Freeman. Less than 2 minutes to play now. Keeping it on the ground, good stutter step and leaning forward. Has enough for the first down and they'll move the chains. Another Salvatore's first down. Now inside the 40, the ball at the 38. Defense has to hold because they do know that Hoover has a pretty good field goal kicker in Bryant. Keeping it on the ground is J.R. Mosley. They continue to eat up clock. And coming back into the game is Noah Streeter for Thompson, big number 1. So now less than a minute. They really need to get the ball inside the 30 to give them a shot at a field goal. 4 wide receivers set. Freeman still in the shotgun. Freeman with time, trying to find a receiver. Now he's got to make a decision, and the decision was made for him by Cam Pritchett. Pritchett said, I'm going to get that sack.
Yeah, Pritchett was right there. I mean, you seen him. He read it, and the quarterback was kind of indecisive on what he wanted to do, but he said, I'm going to make a decision for you, and he came downhill and made a great tackle. See right here, he's looking and looking and looking, and Cam Pritchett said, I got you right here.
All right, less than 5 seconds to play. They got to hurry up and get the play off. Now, do they use their final timeout? But a flag way in the back of the field at about the 15-yard line. Let's see what the flag is. And they got 2 seconds left on the clock. We may have overtime. Or are they going to try to put some time back on the clock? Officials are just trying to converse to see exactly what the official call will be. All right, here we go.
Delay of game on the offense. 5-yard penalty till 3rd down.
So now Hoover's called a timeout. That's their final timeout of regulation. We've got 2 seconds left. So now if you're Hoover, Do you go for the long pass into the end zone? Do you do a swinging gate? Do you do a pitch play? This is definitely the ultimate act coaches call moment.
Yes, a lot of decisions to be made. I mean, at this point right here, you're just trying to find the end zone. So whether you're going to do a long play, whether you're going to do swinging gate, you're trying to at least get to the end zone. So if I was Hoover right now, if I'm the coach, I want to call a deep pass to the end zone. I mean, just try to make something work at this point with 2 seconds left in regulation.
Or do you just kneel it?
Possibly, yeah.
So now for Coach English and his staff and for Caleb Freeman, the quarterback, it's decision time. 3rd and long, 2 seconds left on the clock. We're all tied up at 30. For Hoover, they're looking for their 5th straight win. For Thompson, they're looking to remain undefeated in region play. So now Coach Freeman is having a conversation with the officials. Most likely trying to figure out what are the scenarios. What is it that I can choose from? Let's say he does kneel it. Or let's say I call a timeout. He's trying to figure all this out right now. And the fans are trying to really get everybody fired up. And here we go. It looks like it may be a victory formation. And if that is the case, no, it's going to be a field goal. This is going to be about a 54-yard field goal. Let's see what the call is. They're going to put some time back on the clock. All right, and here comes Bryant. This will be the longest kick of his career, and now Coach Freeman's going to ice him. Smart move by Coach Freeman.
Yeah, you kind of expect that right out of the coach. I mean, he's trying to do everything he can to ice the kicker's leg. He want to do everything to save points off the board because he knows the situation. So that was a good call right there by Coach Freeman to try to ice the kicker.
And Coach English is trying to say, okay, this is what we're going to do. So with our act equipment coaches call, do you try to fake a kick at a time like this?
You could, but I think you want to be smart and just try to go on and kick.
That's a long kick.
Yeah, you're right. It is a long kick. But, yeah, you could try a fake. It wouldn't hurt you. You're both tied up, so nothing will hurt at this point.
James Bryant, this will be the kick of the season. It looks like he's got something in his nose. I don't know what. I mean, we've had clowns and ghouls and goblins and people pants glowing in the dark at halftime. So much. Here we go. 55-yard field goal from the left hash. The kick is up, and it is. It's gone at the buzzer. Bryant is the hero for the Buccaneers.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
And a backflip.
Wow.
And the Hoover Met goes haywire. The students have gone onto the field.
Wow.
What an ending. Nobody saw that coming. I don't think James Bryant saw that coming.
Wow.
He kicked the longest kick of his life.
Yes.
Wow.
What an ending right there. I mean, you see him, he's just very patient. Kicks the ball, and everybody waiting to see if it's going to go in, and it goes through the upright, and it went in. I mean, wow, how long was that kick again?
55 yards.
Wow, that may be the kick of the year.
Stay tuned. We're going to wrap this thing up, and I think we may have a player of the game. Yeah. Many times in the life of a football player, people look to the kicker, and a lot of times they look at him in disdain because they put the kicker in bad situations and they can't come through. But tonight, with a 50-plus yard field goal, James Bryant is the hero. Big number 96 stepped up big and kicked the kick that gave the Buccaneers the lead and the victory. And this was incredible play. And, I mean, it went through and it had a few more yards.
Yes.
He could have made it from a couple of yards more. And guess who was holding it?
Yeah.
Jonah Winston. Wow. And what did we say about the safety?
Yes.
Their fortunes changed as you see James Bryant is your Drummond Company player of the game. 3 for 3 from the field goal points. And this